Okay, so before you put anything together in terms of the terrain for a town called Despair, the first thing you should do is pull out the Building and Terrain Assembly Guide, open it to the table of contents and generally assembly notes, and thoroughly read both these pages. They will give you tips that you need to best put the stuff together so that you don't have any problems as you go through it. And there are 3 extra tools I suggest that you have available. One is a roll of standard Scotch tape. One is a penknife or some small sharp object that you can poke out some of those small pieces with. And the third is just a bottle of your ordinary white school glue. And that's all you need. To assemble the sheriff's office, you want to open your assembly guide to pages 8 and 9. The part description is in the lower left-hand corner, which tells you what sheets all the parts are on, and all the sheets are outlined in brown on the punch boards, which makes them easy to find. Okay, so step 1 of the sheriff's office is I'm going to take the floor and put the porch in the front, and then I'm going to assemble the side walls. Now the wall with the brick obviously goes on next to the jail cells. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to insert that slot, tip it up a little bit, and then tip it down a little bit, and make sure all 3 line up. Alright, the other wall is exactly the same on the other side. Make sure the opening faces the front porch. Slide that tab in, and then you just carefully bend that up, and that slides in. You'll hear it actually click in place. Alright, so let's look at the rear wall. The rear wall, it says the brick side goes on this side, obviously the side with the jail cells. And we're going to slide that down in there until the tabs meet the floor. And push the first tab down, second tab up, third tab down, and then slide it and lock it in place. And you may have to use your fingernail just to push these tabs in so they all lock in. Alright, turn it over, and we're going to put the front wall in. Obviously the sign should face the front. We'll slide that in. And you may have to wiggle it a little bit to get the slide until all 3 tabs hit the floor. Push one down, one up, and one down, and slide them in, they lock in place. And then flip it over and just make sure with your fingernail or some other sharp tool that you get all the tabs firmly into the slots. Done. Alright, that's solid. The last piece is the front porch for the sheriff's office, and we're simply going to slide that in until the tabs hit the back wall. Push one up, push one down, slide it in, and it locks in place. And there is the sheriff's office. Last piece is the roof, and it just lays in with the slots in the tabs.